My name is Shelly Ortiz, and I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I started working in the food industry when I was 15, about 10 years ago. And after the restaurants opened back up after the pandemic hit, it was like working in a whole different environment. I'm a naturally anxious person, but it was a whole other level of stress. I was double masking. I wore fake glasses to protect my eyes. I was doing every possible precaution. I felt like after a little bit of time, it got a little bit more lax with some of my coworkers, and they started to adjust to the stress, normalizing it. And even though they were risking their health and safety daily, it wasn't as present for them as it was for me. I wasn't adjusting well. I felt really disposable. I wasn't really ever really provided with a really solid plan A or B if things were to go south. And I have an at risk dad who just had a heart attack. And at that point, I wasn't really willing to risk him getting sick. Not only did the regulars change, but the whole demographic of our customers changed and this tips changed. The worst experience I ever had, though, was with an older gentleman and his wife. I dropped the check and he asked me to take off my mask so he could see if the bottom was as cute as the top. I told him no. And he said because he couldn't focus on my face, he was forced to focus on my breast. And his wife was sitting right across from him. So I asked my manager to run the check as I went into the back and screamed at my partner on the phone for 3 minutes, and then back on the floor I went. My manager offered to kick him out, but I already served him for 2 hours. I deserved that check. I deserved that tip, and we were also group tipping. So I didn't want to prioritize myself over the tips that my whole entire team got that night. By raising the minimum wage to 15, it would greatly impact the amount of self-worth a service industry worker has, and it wouldn't be such a desperate act to defend yourself in situations like those.